What?
Few males will excrete this weird, waxy substance designed to plug up his partner's female parts, which physically seals her off from other males. It's a literal breeding block, but that leaves a problem.
Apparently, we're supposed to be scared of butterflies, so Casual Geographic is gonna fill us in. But first, our clip of the day is from Demon on Twitter. The old ghost videos used to get y'all. Oh my God, what is this?
Maria?
Oh, remember? Oh, nothing was there.
See, the problem is, them ghosts ain't that scary no more, you know what I'm saying?
You a ghost hunter now?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm rated R for autism. But these ghosts ain't ready for me.
Oh, whatever, bro. Remember, if you want to be clip of the day, use hashtag InternetCity on TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter. You just might be in the next video. Let's get back on to these butterflies and stuff. What the heck? Oh, that is a butterfly.
Oh, that's his stangalang.
Plenty of animals have pretty privilege, and no other animal has ridden that train further than a gutterfly.
Yep.
I did not misspeak. This halo effect insect is an abomination with wings, and if that offends you, you could in a field today. Corpse still warm.
That made me so uncomfortable. Last thing,
abomination with wings, and if that offends you, you could in a field today. Corpse still warm. Last thing you might see is a bloodthirsty butterfly swarm. Many butterflies drink blood, among other things.
Yeah, I do remember hearing that, you know what I'm saying? Me and my other scientists discovered that sometime.
Oh my God, here you go.
Butterflies will do this thing called mud puddling, and essentially, it's using that built-in straw called a proboscis to suck the juices out of organic matter to farm free nutrients.
Okay.
French flies usually get it out the mud, but they'll also suck on rotting plants, feces, and dead bodies. Ooh. You don't even have to die. If you pull over to the side of the road to relieve yourself and come back hours later, you may find a flutter of fiends feeding on your urine.
Oh.
See, now
Is that why they land on you? They trying to drink your blood?
Wait a minute.
And we be beating the hell out of mosquitoes. We really need to be causing butterfly effects.
It's because when the little girls and the women see, oh, a butterfly.
Michael, you gotta start hitting them too.
Two?
Yeah, the butterflies.
And who else?
I thought they just use flowers as fuel, and that is true. The problem is just a diet of sugar water would leave butterflies without key minerals they need. Okay. One of those minerals is sodium, and they'll go to extreme lengths to secure it, even irritating the eyes of reptiles to drink the tears. Crocodile tears have use to someone. Of course, butterflies taste the receptors on their feet, so one landing on you doesn't make you a Disney princess. It makes you a sodium-seasoned rest stop for a flamboyant fly that's just using you until it gets what it wants and moves on to the next one.
Hey, bro, I don't think you want that many on you, bro.
Wait, so this whole time?
Yeah, bro.
They landed
You ain't lovely, sweetheart. You sweaty and nasty.
Yeah, you sweaty and salty. You nasty. You musty.
Fly that's just using you until it gets what it wants and moves on to the next mark. Because butterflies are boys with wings, and that is not a joke. Because their mating behavior is at a pocket for something with its PR, but one thing at a time. We'll get to that.
Okay.
But the only thing more questionable than what some butterflies eat is what some people will do to find them. The Purple Emperor is a beautiful, ethereal muse to any entomophile.
I mean, just look at it. That's why they got that PR. It's like, but when you really look past the wings, that bit ugly.
It's hairy.
That hairy and ugly. If it had his wings, a roach.
It's also a death merchant that avoids flowers, instead preferring rotting animal flesh and fecal waste. That hasn't stopped folks from seeking out this corpse fly, and here are some of the things people have used to attract them. Rotting fish, fermented shrimp paste, stinking bishop cheese, dog poop, roadkill, very used diapers, and in one case, a trailer of pig poop. But according to longtime enthusiasts, one of the biggest turn-ons for a Purple Emperor is urine-soaked fox poop. I don't think that's a coincidence, because not only are butterflies fine to mine for liquid gold, science says they might prefer the pee of carnivores, specifically mountain lions, to that of humans or cows. So when you
the fact this is actually a study is insane. My fellow scientists, we gotta get ourselves together. We can't be doing this random some odd research. We need to figure out this time travel shit.
The fact that the real butterfly enthusiasts know to lure them in with this disgusting stuff, and they don't tell nobody.
What is it? Open Season? You ever seen the movie Open Season? With the deer and the bear?
I seen it, but I don't remember it.
All right, you know the one clip of the driver seeing it and then he go over and hit the deer?
Right.
That's what they doing. They purposely go and get rogue. Look that dog. Well, come here, butterfly.
Oh, we're gonna get some pretty ones today. Knowing damn well you had to use shit to get the prettiest butterfly.
Say they prefer cougar pee. We're talking about in more ways than just cloudy.
Whoa, why you looking at me like that, Twin? Hold on now.
But butterflies are
don't just you sicko.
They prefer cougar pee. We're talking about in
Hey, bro.
That's wrong with this. Y'all remember when Aaron was doing this in every video? Y'all remember when he had his bargain face? I'll be doing the intro, he get on here.
Something wrong with this, bro.
more ways than just cloudy with a chance of storming Daniels. But butterflies are opportunists that'll take them from anywhere, and Russian experiments have shown that vampire moths, yeah, them's a thing, are able to use hook-shaped tongues to drill through human skin and feed on the blood. But that was just an experiment. To you watching this, a vampire moth is no risk.
Okay.
That we know of. That being said, butterflies are not what you think they are, and the more you learn about them, the more you understand why SpongeBob turned his town into an Avengers end credit after experiencing its mugshot once. The funniest part is, the close-up they crashed out over was actually a horsefly, probably because they knew an actual butterfly would have ruined the animal for an entire generation. Because like I said, no animal has had better PR than a mosquito in drag. In fact, even their name might be a cover-up. A popular theory is that their original name was actually Flutterby, and the global game of telephone ended predictably. It's much more likely that it came from the Dutch word butterscheiter, or butter shit, because apparently a butterfly bowel movement looks like a brick of butter. It's not 100% confirmed, but believing otherwise goes against my narrative, so I'm gonna disregard it. Insane intro aside, what is it that makes a butterfly? Because I wasn't kidding. If you're like me, butterflies are not what you think. Like on a scientific...
That's not what I was expecting that clip to be.
Bro.
That video, and then when it turned back, I don't understand.
Get your hands off me, nigga.
I don't understand how he did that.
Because I wasn't kidding. If you're like me, butterflies are not what you think.
Okay.
It's just laying sideways. It's laying sideways.
Here we go. Here we go. It's okay. It landed flat.
Yeah, it's laying sideways.
Oh, the inside of its wings. Okay, I had to see what's part of the
scientific level. Lepidoptera represents the order of flying insects that are, well, basically moths and anything that looks like a moth. Butterflies are a relatively small superfamily that's less than 10% of the Lepidoptera party, with a small contribution of at most 20,000 species. Everything else is a moth. They go to war, moths clear. There are also skippers, which are technically butterflies, but were such an out-of-character butterfly that science thought it was its own thing. Long story short, it's a butterfly that heavily borrows from the moth's playbook, especially when it comes to flying. Which gets straight up confusing when you realize there's an animal called a moth butterfly that skippers have nothing to do with. But basically, American moth butterflies are that weird, only ever see during the holidays type of family of butterfly that were so weird and mothy, it kept them from the butterfly function until recently. Boring high school sciencey stuff aside, it's a moth's world. Butterflies are just a small part of it. I say that because there will be mentions of moths in this video, and I just know I'd get my Lepidoptera pass checked if I didn't make that clear. Because there's a lot of evolutionary headassery going on with moths.
Fuck, is that supposed to look like a snake?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Disguised Atlas moths. Disguised as... Wow. Evolution crazy. That's nuts.
And I'm not about to leave it out on a technicality. So yeah, butterflies are not what you think, even in an artistic sense. That butterfly's dead. If I ask you all to draw a butterfly, chances are 95% of you would draw this. And you would be illustrating a corpse. For some reason, butterflies are often drawn the same way dead ones are pinned and displayed by those who collect them. We basically did a blobfish to the butterfly and immortalized their death pose. A butterfly might hit this pose at some point in its natural life, but most times a butterfly looking like this isn't. But it was. My condolences to anyone watching this and realizing they have a dead winger tattooed on them. So while we did do butterflies dirty there, butterflies don't need help doing that themselves with the things
I see, because the top two wings don't. Okay. I'm like, they don't do that while they fly? Okay, I see.
That really starts as caterpillars. As you know, butterflies have many forms, and the caterpillar's job is to eat as much as physically possible. Caterpillars have the type of greed they warn you about in the Bible. No other animal reaches such biblical levels of gluttony. A caterpillar can eat 200 times its birth weight in the first 2 weeks, which can become 1,000 times its weight in only 2 months. Now those numbers
we gotta be honest, bro. Caterpillars look ugly.
Ugly as hell. But that, you know what's crazy? The fact that we learned so much. I specifically remember learning caterpillars, they form into a cocoon, become a butterfly, and then the shit just stopped. They don't go no further. They have never went further than that, like in basic school. Obviously, if you go study different
Like, what do you
species,
mean go further?
like it stops at butterfly, not what the butterflies do. It just stopped, right? From what I remember, it was like caterpillars, they eat a lot, they get ready, they become the cocoon, turn into a butterfly, and then you just got butterflies. It was no butterflies eat shit during and
I mean, you got tired of writing the book then.
what? You son of a
I mean, you took notes. Okay, this is what you do. Now you boring. I don't feel like following you no more.
Right. But yeah, it's like they purposely just stop. But these kids don't need to
But it's
know
also,
this.
I also think it's like the lesson plan was just cycle of life.
Yeah, metamorphosis.
Metamorphosis and the cycle of life. So like I learned about them, beetles, most bugs that go through the metamorphosis. I learned about those. The one that will never, like to this day, it blew. Like as a kid, I was like, what? What? Frogs and tadpoles.
Right.
I'll never forget. It was like, oh, this is the life cycle of the tadpole or the frog. I'm like, frog? That's a fish. Why that fish got legs? Where the fish went? What?
Oh, you didn't understand how much tadpole went to. What happens to the minnow?
Don't hit as hard as a North American silk moth. No animal alive eats more relative to body size than a marauding moth, which will eat 86,000 times its body weight in less than 2 months of life. To keep that same pace, your 7-pound baby would have to scarf 273 metric tons of mass or 601,861 pounds worth of Similac, pot of greed. Caterpillars eating constantly does have a consequence, and is them being in a perpetual state of dropping bombs. The scientific name for caterpillar waste is frass, and these hedonists pile on the frass by the metric hecton. If you live in the area code of the gypsy moth, then you've likely woken up to the sound of heavy rain with no water, because it was actually the sound.
That's no. We are not doing this. No. Ew.
They shitting like that.
We just heard 0.2 seconds of it.
The gypsy moth, then you've likely woken up to the sound of heavy rain with no water, because it was actually the sound of caterpillars mass flooding folks with frass from above. To be fair, if you could get all your lifetime bathroom visits out the way in only a few weeks, in that time the toilet would never not be attached to your cheeks. But another consequence of caterpillars unloading enough bricks to rebuild the city of
Why are you doing this?
or Newark is predators like wasps will track them down by following the brown brick road. So many caterpillars can ballistically launch their own fecal matter like a cannonball. The skipper caterpillar can shot put its own product up to 40 times its own body weight, which is the equivalent of a man blowing it out the other end over 200 feet. Mind you, the world record for shot put is 77. Caterpillars shoot the shit, but ain't no back talk, and the chances a habitual slinger shoots one into your mouth is low. Science,
but not impossible.
Look, there ain't many things that would make me white caterpillars off the face of the planet. But if I woke up, if I walking outside, and the caterpillar decided it wanted to defile me, oh boy, every species of moth is gone.
Hey, look. If y'all catch me in a vlog or a live stream swatting a butterfly out of pure instinct, hey man.
Look, bro, let me
we outside in the middle of a Texas summer, it's humid, I'm sweating, and a butterfly just, hey, understand?
A part of the game at this point.
Hey man.
to be zero. But they don't always shoot it. Only because caterpillars will also use their poop to manipulate the very plants they eat. Plants don't just get munched on all day and just take it. They'll produce chemicals to repel plant predators like caterpillars. Not only that, but those chemicals are like a cry for help, where one plant being eaten can warn others with its aromatic alarm bell. The catch is, it can only react to one threat at once, and the armyworm caterpillar exploits this by dropping deuces that tricks the plant into thinking it's being attacked by a fungal infection. The plant can only deal with one problem at a time, and while it's crashing out trying to fight a fungus that isn't there, the army...
They eating their own shit for real at the end of the day.
No, they're not.
I mean, well, Would you? Okay, when you put it, this is a caterpillar, so obviously it don't matter. But when you put it in human terms, that's like shitting on your food to prevent somebody else from eating it.
Well, kind of.
They shitting on it to prevent the plant from doing it.
And also, you also gotta remember how big a plant is in comparison.
Well, they gotta eat the leaves. They gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like they shitting on a few leaves, eating other ones.
Can only deal with one problem at a time, and while it's
It look like he shit all over that leaf.
Yeah, look at the other ones too. Like he's shitting on it and still eating it, but he eating elsewhere.
crashing out trying to fight a fungus that isn't
But even
there.
still, would you shit on one part of your waffle and eat the other half?
I mean, if my waffle tried to stop me from eating it.
The armyworm has free reign to eat it, along with any other plant taking a cue from it. That's diabolical. The plant's get back is devious. Some plants can release a chemical that turns caterpillars into cannibals. Apparently, methyl jasmonate is such an insult to a caterpillar's palate that when plants would produce it as a defense, the caterpillars decided they'd rather eat each other instead. Simply not eating is not an option, and the moment a plant becomes less palatable is the moment you see a bunch of sandworms start ripping into each other.
Oh my God, that is greed. That is beyond pot of greed.
The moment a plant becomes less palatable is the moment you see a bunch of sandworms start ripping into each other. Although in the plant's defense, caterpillars don't need much to turn on each other. And the moment caterpillars realize there isn't enough milkweed to go around, they'll start aggressively headbutting each other to steal food. So caterpillars don't always choose violence, unless it's food. Then the bookworm's ready for war. But the reason the hungry caterpillar is more of a curse than a kid's book is because they'll need all that energy for metamorphosis. And if the end game of that wasn't a butterfly, we'd probably look at the whole process differently. You know it starts when hell freezes over and the caterpillar does something wildly out of character. It stops eating. If you keep watching, you'll witness the caterpillar split its skin and then pull its flesh suit down and then writhe around like a foot trying to emancipate itself from a gym sock until the skin suit falls and reveals a gooey casing called the chrysalis. So a quick rundown. The chrysalis is the shell booger the switch up happens in. Pupa usually refers to the life stage this happens in, and the cocoon you may remember hearing about are the silk cases many moths will make as a chrysalis substitute. Some moths don't cocoon, but no butterfly does. Now, the process of metamorphosis is beautiful and has also been associated with rebirth. It might be associated with something else if nature removed the modesty chamber and let you see what actually happens. Inside the chrysalis,
I don't want to see it.
No, please. Please.
Look.
Please.
Look, please. Please don't show me. I don't want to see this. There's a lot of stuff I don't want to see in life, right? This is one of them.
Before we even get to that, it's crazy that like we learned that like different stuff is fighting off different things, right? But when you really like dive deep into it and like really get back into what we learned, it's like, damn, the plants just seem like plants, but them motherfuckers fighting for their life. Yeah. They out there, get off me, bitch.
Do you remember it was a horror movie from a few years back? It was a while ago. But basically like humans were going crazy. And they just started, if they were outside, they just started dying or whatever.
Okay.
Like, I'm pretty sure you've seen it where the wind blows, the man goes crazy, he falls down, and the lawnmower runs over him.
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, so that movie is basically about, like, the plants doing literally what they did to the caterpillars.
To the bugs, to humans?
Yeah, so it sent out something, it sent out a pheromone. And
Okay.
the plants were sending out a pheromone that made people go crazy. And they were just offing themselves.
So instead of like a couple of select poisonous plants that defend,
It was all of them.
It was all of them.
So it's crazy, because like when I first saw that movie, I'm like, plants turn on people to kill people? That sounds stupid. But hearing this, I'm like, it's science. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
That's basically poison ivy or any other. It's just defending against everything.
Like that other plant we know about.
From war barns?
Boy!
Yeah. It's like, imagine if lettuce was like, tired of this shit.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Because we also, like, we forget so much because they don't move that plants are living.
Yeah, they living and they just trying to survive for whatever reason. And then everybody got predators and da. Yeah.
To dissolve its tissues, basically digesting itself into almost soup. If you cut the chrysalis, a mess of caterpillar slushy would spill out. The only things that don't turn into Shrek Fest are imaginal discs, and what they are is basically whatever they need to be. They're like the blueprint to their adult life, with discs for every butterfly body part like wings, eyes, antennae, and they lay dormant in the constantly eating caterpillar like a sleeper cell.
Okay.
The only thing stopping it from activating is the juvenile hormone in the caterpillar, and the same way neutering neophytes kept castrato sounding young, the hormone Peter Pans the caterpillar and keeps them young so they can keep eating like nature's favorite feedie. Once the hormone drops, the caterpillar pupates, and those sleeper cell imaginal discs use the protein-fueled former caterpillar to fuel rapid cell division. The process isn't one-to-one for every caterpillar, but that's pretty much the spark notes.
How long are they in the chrysalis and the cocoon?
I don't know.
Cause I vaguely remember.
Is it like a couple weeks? Or I feel like it's at least a week.
I feel like,
let's look it up.
I was told this as a kid. I don't remember.
We was definitely told.
And I remember hearing that and being like, that's how long it takes?
How long caterpillars in the cocoon? 5 to 21 days. So yeah, a couple weeks.
So that's what it was. It was like, they in there that long and nothing kill them?
Maybe it's a select.
Or
Maybe they have a defense for where they cocoon. Maybe nothing likes the cocoon. Maybe it's a poison defense that they have. I don't know. Maybe he might tell us.
Yeah.
Monarch butterflies occupy a chrysalis anywhere from 10 to 14 days. Some, like desert orange tips, will wait years, some say even close to a decade, for the right conditions to pop out. Another fact is that adult butterflies can remember part of their lives as caterpillars, even with their time as butterfly broth in between. Science shows that caterpillars conditioned to avoid certain smells through a
That's insane.
That's nutty.
It looked just like a snake.
And I'm pretty, this cocoon, I would assume.
No, I think it's not in the cocoon. I think this is just as it is.
electrical shocks go on to show the same discernment as flying adults into avoiders. Some, like monarch butterflies, occupy a chrysalis anywhere from 10 to 14 days. Some, like desert orange tips,
he told us right before we looked it up.
wait years, some say even close to a decade, for the right conditions to pop out. Another fact is that adult butterflies
wait years? So my question is, are they in the cocoon for that long? Or they wait?
I would assume so. That's what he means. If this section is him going through cocooning stages, he said you got the 10 to 14 days, and you got them, they can wait years in that bed. I ain't ready yet, nigga. Look out them people in the eye. I bet. Yeah.
Butterflies can remember part of their lives as caterpillars, even with their time as butterfly broth in between. Science shows that caterpillars conditioned to avoid certain smells through electrical shocks go on to show the same discernment as flying adults. I feel like that's way cooler than people give credit for, but it's also possible they do remember their past lives.
That's a canopy.
Which might be why many moths don't have mouths altogether. Okay, that's a joke. Well, not the no mouth thing. The Luna moth is only alive for as long as its caterpillar passed 8 for. But the reason is because the same way a caterpillar's job is only to eat, once they can fly, their main priority is getting laid. Flutterbys have one job, and it's to mate, and some moths take the sentiment literally.
Okay.
Hey, bro. Hey, young blood.
Hey, hold on. I commend you.
But that's it,
I need
bro.
that salt just to...
Bro, think about all the times you done hunched, bro. And think about just one time. You're dead.
Done. Cooked. Well, he didn't say they died.
I'm just saying. That's all you here for. Just
Flutterbys have one job, and it's to mate, and some moths take the sentiment literally. Because a closed mouth won't get fed, but no mouth might get my bad. I mean her abdomen. Touching abdomens is how butterflies mate, and the process is much less innocent than you want to believe.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's about that time. Almost every messed up thing about butterflies comes down to them catching a date. Butterflies will use several factor authentication like sound, color, even flight patterns to choose a mate, but the real secret sauce are pheromones. Males use pheromones like a calling card, and many moths and butterflies have a hair pencil to help get the message out further. Also called the coromata, it's a scent organ that inflates and fans out pheromones to anyone who might be interested. And with over 180,000 species of moths and not moths, someone was bound to take it too far. And Crates and Those Genghis shows you just how far.
I was right.
No, that's
the boy. That's
a slow. That's a bigger than his body. Hey,
what's cuz name beating up old buddy from No Jumper?
Oh, Jason Love. Jason Love. Yeah.
Our love makes some guys go. If it's any solace, a horny male moth can't fly with its coromata out. Life finds a way. Also, yes, Australia. Males use the food they collected as caterpillars to help fuel pheromones, which is why it's often the males you'll see puddling the juices out of a compost pile, especially since the chemicals are more for just attracting mates. After mating, male butterflies will often spray their partners with an anti-aphrodisiac that makes the female completely unattractive to other males. That wouldn't even be that bad, but parasites like wasps clock the method, so now I got wasps tracking a recently deflowered female by her anti-aphrodisiac after spray and hitching a ride on her, waiting until the female lays eggs so the stowaway can parasitize them. The end game is her larva getting eaten from the inside by a brood of xenomorphs. Luckily, in studies, less than 10% of wasps.
Like I saw the trigger warning, right? He put it on the screen. I'm like, hang on, this shit ain't gonna be nothing.
Yeah, I didn't see it because we blocking it, but
wait a minute, bro. Hey, look, hey, crew, do me a favor. You know what I'm saying,
go to InternetCity.store and copy you some merch. You know what I'm saying? The old merch will be gone soon. As soon y'all be getting this very, very soon. This ain't out yet, so get the Live, you know what I'm saying, Dream Succeed merch before it's gone. And then, you know what I'm saying, but you go ahead, my fault.
Yeah. I don't even remember what I was gonna say.
My fault. Yeah, InternetCity.store.
Were successful, but that's what an insecure man can do to you. But some males don't stop at man repellent. Some went ahead and invented chastity belts.
What?
Few males will excrete this weird, waxy substance designed to plug up his partner's female parts, which physically seals her off from other males. It's a literal breeding block, but that leaves a problem. It's in the female's best interest to mate with as many males as possible, but it also behooves the male to brute force monogamy, which has led to this evolutionary arms race with females flexing increasingly harder to plug junk and males producing even more blobs of scabby petroleum jelly.
These niggas is fighting for, oh my God, ew.
But that is far from the most felonious way males buff their chances.
Wait.
Some people have experienced the rare occurrence of 2 butterflies in one chrysalis. Really, it's the scene of a crime. Some, like the zebra longwing, won't even wait until the female is fresh out the pupa stage. As the female is getting ready to break out of the chrysalis, a gang of males can swarm her and start fighting for position.
So is this their version of PDS?
Bro.
Is this their version of Barely Legal Teens?
Bro. Hey, you might have to blur that name.
What was the name?
Okay, Barely Legal Teens. Ain't that a corn site?
I mean, it's not a, I don't know. I was just
That
saying,
sounds like a corn
I was
site.
saying there's a phrase.
But I would say these things are just as bad as dolphins.
Low key.
High key.
Yeah.
Are you just getting out of there? Yeah, bro.
Winner then rips into her chrysalis to mate with her while she's still stuck in the stage.
Oh
There's
my
a term
God.
for this. Some call it pupa rope. Now insects can't really consent
See?
Yeah, that's crazy.
stage. There's a term for this. Some call it pupa rope. Now insects can't really consent, so maybe that's too far. So forced copulation is a nicer way to describe it. But the rising female,
they consent.
crazy.
They are consenting. Cause they consent to
Not this one.
No, I'm saying they can, like, because of how their life goes, right? And what they have to do, they not consenting in a way that we consent to different things, but they are like doing certain things to prevent certain shit. So like the males like, oh, I'm gonna block off your shit for other males. They like, no, you're not finna da. So like they got some sense of like, I don't want these male butterflies doing anything they can to me. So I feel like ripping about that shit is still kind of crazy.
has zero choice in the matter when she basically gets spawn camped in. That just feels illegal.
Yeah.
Still just butterflies, right? But when you only have a couple weeks to live, you pull out all the stops to make sure your genes don't pass tense with you. And it's why male butterflies are more likely to suck the sweat off your back. Not only do those nutrients help form pheromones, during mating, males will pass off nutrients to the female as a sort of consummation gift that helps the eggs, and in some species, the males will transfer 25% of their body weight in the process. Which explains why male butterflies are crackheads when it comes to some mineral, and some males take it so far, science had to invent a whole nother word for what they do. Because in North Sulawesi in Indonesia, milkweed butterflies were seen harassing, scratching, and eventually sucking the juices out of caterpillars. The same claws they use to scratch the sweet out of leaves, they'll use on a caterpillar until their internal essence spills out. And at that point, the butterfly treats its own kind like a juice box, which led to the term kleptopharmacology.
They so
Yeah, they
that
they're different.
that they like, wait a minute,
They're different, bro.
I can go to the young.
They're different.
And do them dirty. Wow.
Because they're not exactly.
And wait a minute, they licking our sweat just to get it on. This ain't. At first I'm like, oh, they doing it for like nutrients for like food purposes. This is to. I'm using this to ravish somebody.
On the pillars, more than just stealing their substance, and a lot of times the caterpillars actually survive. Although knowing that they keep their memories as adults, probably not without PTSD. I think I'd rather die. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. If you come away from this video thinking less of butterflies or even hating them, then I failed at my job. I never want to be the reason y'all hate an animal when there isn't an animal alive that I hate. There's no cutaway. I meant that. The butterfly didn't ask to be put on a pedestal.
I don't hate the butterflies or nothing, but I didn't know any of this.
So if learning more about them ruins them, that is a failure of your own expectations. And to steal a line from friend of the channel, Hank Green, butterflies aren't here to please us. Their beauty is an accident, and we are merely spectators.
I mean, true.
I respect that, but there's a lot of things that I hate. like I fought with you, twin, but it's a lot. You understand me?
We not saying animals particularly.
Well,